Well, this is my official game release. It'll be released by tomorrow. I haven't posted in about 2 to 3 months, like I said I would. So I posted that in the summer when I was procrastinating on that game and I was being a dumbass. So let's just see what happens when I run the game. This is my most advanced project, and this took 3 years. No, not the hell am I saying? 2 months. More than two. Maybe four. I don't know. So the stage is not that big because Scratch decides to make the project the size of an ant. So that's great. You can just drag around whatever you want in here. Let's get into some actual good stuff instead of just this. If you haven't noticed, and you're blind like me, I don't mean to offend anyone in this video. Three of these menu things. If you click on these, like this one is live events, one just ended today. This one is settings. You can see a very overwhelming crap ton of stuff that looks like it might give you a panic attack if you look at it. So, let me go over it so you don't get a panic attack. This, all of these, are information things. I don't know what to call them. These tell you what all of these do. All of these sliders do. The hell? Wonder why it does that. Anyway, you've got a bunch of previews. 5 to 4. 4 to be specific. These all change these previews and the main object in the stage. So right here we've got ground color. If you slide this slider or any color effect too fast and you have epilepsy, you're going to get a seizure. So I'm just going to do it slowly. And it changes the ground color. Oh shoot. And it changes the ground color. And then object does the same thing. But there's a different effect here called the pixelation effect, which should be in there, but I decided not to put it there because I'm too lazy to move both of these. If you slide this, it will make almost everything 8-bit. And it looks like a game from the 90s. Not really. So if we go back to the main stage, oh, it does kind of look like a game from the 90s, except for all of these. So yeah, it makes everything 8-bit. That doesn't go 8-bit because it's already a square. And yeah. Player head color does that. The player size changes, obviously, the size of the player. But if you're like me and you can't set it to the exact size, which is 100, there's a little menu thing called reset settings. It is super useful and you can reset anything back to 0 or 100. And then the object size does the same thing. Now gravity is a bit different. These don't move with the gravity. Instead, you have to go back to the main stage to preview it. Oh god. Yeah, these apparently like jumping. So there's -40. Negative is what makes the objects fall. Whoa. The heck is wrong with this triangle? Okay, so the highest you can go is -2. Because if I did a positive number, everything would just start floating up. And that is not a good thing since they're not balloons. So they will start to get an invisible parachute, except for this thing that's having a mild stroke over here. It will start to like get an invisible parachute and start to fall down slowly, making your patience burn out. So, let's just move on to the effects. For some reason, this is here because if you look in the settings, there is no room for the stats. And what I mean by the stats is this. I have one question for myself. Why am I taking this so seriously? And I sound like I'm doing a presentation. I don't know. And I honestly don't want to know. Because this is how I normally talk. Very sarcastic. Now, the fisheye effect looks like it's about to blow up. Like that. And you can barely read anything because it looks like my handwriting. And if you set it back to 0, everything's going to be fine, except for the whirl effect, which again looks like my handwriting. The brightness effect, do not set this to 99. Do not set it above 90. Because when that happens, I already showed you, everything's just going to disappear. And you cannot find your way back to the menu until you just go like that. So don't be stupid and start playing with the brightness effect. Because if you do this, where the fuck did the menu go? It's right there. Unless you can somehow tell that the menu is there. So, now let's move on to the last thing. Cloning an object. Clone what object? For a list, say list of objects. If you type in list of objects, it will start to list all of the objects you can clone. And it's person, square 1, square 2, triangle 1, circle 1, and triangle 2. this is for some reason named person, but in here it's named player. I don't know what I was thinking. I just decided to change it to player. So if you type in one of these objects, let's say square one, it'll clone it. Well, where's the object? Click on it. Click on the object you wanted to clone. Then just drag it. You can see that if I place this on his head, he's going to get a concussion. So clone the object. Have fun with that concussion. Anyway, and that's basically it. Don't give yourself a seizure with these, okay? I don't want to get blamed for that. So, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to end the video here. Goodbye.